What impresses
Well,
you?
when Blake came in, I always noticed that he had a very strong mind. He had a unwavering mentality, and I saw him progress through last year as a true freshman. There's other true freshmen like Dylan Cruz and Trey Morgans and things like that, but Blake really stood out to me because every time he stepped on the mound, he was a competitor, and uh, throughout the fall, I saw him take it to another level. Uh, just like we all go out there and compete against each other. He really showed out and proved that he can handle that spot. So I'm eager to see what he's going to do Friday.
Yeah, and this is what you came back for, I guess. Just talk about your opportunity now to kind of set the stage and be the guy.
Well, obviously everybody knows about my recently passed father, and he played a huge part in the way I carry my everyday life. So just that and knowing that I have my brothers to back me, that really gave me motivation to come back for another year and being able to trust in those guys and know that they're coming to the field every day to win a fighting spot out there. That's enough motivation for me to, be able to go out there and do my job and know that they're going to be so eager to have just as much success as me.
What's the difference between the Ma'Kail we saw last year and the one we're going to see this year? How have you improved?
It's not much of a difference. I just would say that I'm going to go 10 times harder. Still going to be flashy, still going to be swaggy. I'm still going to have that same focus on the mound and composure. And I'm just going to go out there and ball out because the rules of baseball doesn't change. Baseball, it evolves and minor things change over time, but it's still the same game that it's been 100 years ago.
Have you added any pitches to repertoire?
Yeah, I have a 5-pitch mix now. I threw in the slider and the changeup, so I'll be using that a lot more this year, hoping to throw guys off balance.
JK's big on the change, right?
Yeah.
Is it an underutilized pitch in the college game?
I think it really is. Changeup is a very important pitch, especially once you get to the next level, because even if you don't have your breaking ball or your go-to pitch, you can always rely on a changeup to throw the hitter off, keep them on their toes.
How much have you heard you have to throw strikes? How much have you heard this offseason you have to throw strikes?
I've always been a strike throwing competitor, so that hasn't been a thought in my mind. I've been working on things like the changeup and like the slider that I can throw in there whenever I need to. If I come out in the first inning and the other team is kind of on my fastball, I can rely on that and then get back into the mix of things with my breaking ball.
The staff as a whole is really coming together. What can you say about really who's going to be performing in the back of the bullpen? They've got some real gasoline back there.
I'll say Sammy Dutton is a real competitor out there. He has a 4-pitch mix, and he knows how to just turn that switch on as soon as he touches the field. Garrett Edwards is going to be a huge key part. Ty Floyd. Really and truly, if you pass the baton to anybody on the team, or as we say, holding the rope, you just pass the rope and they're going to be able to get the job done. So I believe in all my guys.
Has Jay brought back some of the skips, the skipisms, holding the rope, ball of trust?
We don't talk much about culture, but when we do talk about culture, he has a lot of things to say. Just excellence in general, and Tiger way, you can see that he made that conversion over to LSU really smooth, and he gets it.
He talks a lot about visualization. As for a pitcher, does he do that with you all as well, and how do you utilize that?
Yeah, we take 10 to 15 minutes before games or practices, and we'll just lay down in the cages and visualize success. And that could be bottom of the ninth, and Trey Morgan comes up to bat. Taking those steps towards that moment, leading up to that moment, mentally preparing yourself and having that self-positive talk, and that's gonna take us a long way.
You've seen a lot of LSU baseball. They're calling it the reboot, whatever. What do you think of this new edition of LSU baseball?
I think that we're really gonna come out with something to prove this year. Not only is it a reboot, but we're making a point that LSU baseball hasn't lost its ways, and we're not a middle of the pack type of team. We want to keep pushing our way forward and make sure that by SEC tournament we are going to be one of the key teams that's going to make it to Omaha. We're going to be one of those teams that has the best fundamentals. We're going to be the most prepared before games.
Do you feel like that? Do you feel like the preparation is the key?
That is definitely a key, and that should be a key for any sport, any team. Without fundamentals, you can't be a successful team.
If the team gives the fans a thumb.
Go ahead, see, last one.
I was just going to say, we haven't really had like real crowds and stuff for a while, but this team gives the fans a reason to pack the place. Let's talk about anticipating that for your last year.
It's always been electric for me, and just like you said, last year we didn't have as many fans due to COVID, but this year we're gonna give the fans a lot of energy. We're gonna give them a reason to come back over and over and over again.